Momodi is ready to tell you what she knows about the Scions of the 7th Dawn. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, it ain't that a surprise. I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go for the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being all Dawn. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the 7th Dawn, you can. They're good people who have made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Raide. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanlan, and the place you're looking for is called Awakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, Raide, and the days ahead have promised to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them as you help make you an adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I said my piece. Off you go. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Ah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Here at the behest of Y'shtola. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? RaideDuku. RaideDuku. Ah, here you are. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the 7th Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. I take it you're RaideDuku? Tataru sent word that you have arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly waited your coming. This way, if you please.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the 7th Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are right to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the 7th Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate enough to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. Your papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You'll need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say the retainers will provide invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you'll agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what's expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. Our organization, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, was formed through the union of two separate entities. The first was comprised of Charlian natives such as myself and was called the Circle of Knowing. The second, made up of individuals that share your rare gift, was known as the Path of the 12. The terrible events that ushered the Seventh Umbral Era taught us only together may we stand against the evil that seeks to consume us. Summoning a primal is no small feat. It requires tremendous concentration of aether, which is why the beast tribes go to such lengths to obtain crystals. Once they manifest in physical form, their unquenchable thirst for aether grows stronger. They would drink the land dry with nary a thought to the consequences. Considering their fearsome strength, it could be well within their ability to do so. It is for this reason we must do our utmost to oppose them. While there are others who possess the Echo, none are near as strong as you with the power, hence our extremely high expectations of you. This place is called the Waking Sands. It's our headquarters. It used to be somewhere else, you know, but a bunch of things happened and we ended up here instead.
7 waning moons see 7 suns rise. Divine order royals, fallen corpse writhe. Thus the divine chronicles seek to warn us once more. The meaning of these words now shines clear. They evoke the dire circumstance of this imperiled age. The realm doth shudder and twist, and the dawn lieth cowing neath the stifling blanket of night. And we abide, We wait the coming of the unborn Era's seed, the light which shall pierce the glowering darkness.
We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it is that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Raide.
I will go whither the wild rose blooms.
Minfilia is waiting to hear whether or not you'll pledge your support to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there!
Welcome!
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. I have been expecting you. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina & Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the immortal flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye. The evidence left behind implicates the Emulja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, dear fellow.
Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on their caravan, our friends Imagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation.
Our organization, the Scions of the Thanlan, was formed through the... wait, I did this one. Never mind.
They say that those of us who have seen the dream are chosen, that we have within us the seed of greatness, that we could be heroes. Even me, an Alamagan half-breed, cast out when his mother could no longer stand the sight of him. A half-breed who once took to banditry just to eat. I'm sure I'm just brimming with heroic potential.
The robberies and disappearances, the Almajar are the most likely culprit, wouldn't you agree? Then again, this is Thanlan. One cannot discount the possibility that moneyed interests are involved.
Heh, so this boy has Garlean blood in him. Can't say I'm surprised. Everyone knows what happens when a city is sacked, even if the bards choose to admit that part. But Armvald shouldn't be pitied. Boys like him have a clean slate, an opportunity to write their own history, free of the ties that bind the common man.
Why don't any of these blokes know who I am? I swear I was one of them Scions of the Thanlan. If only we didn't have such a fancy name back then, and the headquarters was in a far more convenient location. At least, I think it was. Or is my mind playing tricks on me? Gods, what's wrong with me? Why can't I remember it more clearly?
Don't mind me, lad. Just here to deliver a shipment. Now where should I tell him to put it? I am Isambard, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Almerjar. It seems we know who the culprits are, at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned.
Isambard of Camp Drybone is seeking help to solve a mystery of missing persons.
Let us get right to it then. Minfilia names the Almerjar culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Almerjar hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the church of Saint Adama Landama, innocents wishing no more than to pay respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Almerjar still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Almerjar seek in this area. It's good to see you return. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen?
This poor soul appears to have been ravaged by an Almerjar before setting to rot for several turns of the sun.
With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Almerjar? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal the presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Almerjar remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the low-born disappearing is all but confirmed, and I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Almerjar raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. I would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings?
Isambard aims to turn his investigation to the common folk.
What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it to be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. Rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the end, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Well, gods be damned, you're that bloody avenger who threatened me back in Ulda. What in the seven hells do you want with me now?
Isambard's note. A few words scrawled on in code by Isambard of Drybone.
Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much pass wind nearby. Play them all for fools and coax some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all the disappearances, you can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me.
Please, just leave me be. I've got nothing to say but this. The Alteku, or whatever, has been feeding off this low folk.
What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, you know what I'm saying? Welcome back, Raide. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if you speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use.
Isambard would like you to learn what you can from the clergy.
If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place than to ask at the church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church, found to the northwest of here. And so long as you're headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquez. He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. I am Marquise. Yes, a body? Of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, then there's an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there.
Dead body ready for interment.
May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. but maybe Sister Orson can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You should find Sister Orson within the church walls.
I hear you have done us a service by burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when next you see him. You seek knowledge of the missing Drybone inhabitants. It is true that I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquis would be more helpful in the matter. I prayed he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the Church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man named Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquis, and soon.
Thank you, Raide. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing commons folk?
You've been keeping yourself busy, rather busy of late, haven't you, Raide? My pleasure, my dear Isambard. My name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I, too, spoke with Ungus, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the commons folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unaware than she who takes confession, the good Sister Orson herself?
Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't.
Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquis. I swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Isambard is concerned about the questions surrounding Sister Orson's integrity.
Sister Orson? It cannot be, though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it could not be she. Could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Raide, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities.
help? Sister Orson went out on her own and she hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. You're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him.
Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Guards forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in doing so, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe.
Isambard seems to have a message for you from Thancred.
I am well glad I reserved that room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Almaja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Ah, there you are, Raide. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about the good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It seemed my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Was following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Almaja caught my eye. I tracked him as far as his encampment, but, well, let's just say I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Raide. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside?
Well, did anything tickle your fancy? A strange slip of parchment found in Almajah encampment in eastern Thanlan. This leaflet, see the wealth annulled to the hands of your children, looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied. I found it hard believing one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. Now let us see what Sister Orson makes of this leaflet. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Raide. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard that what we have learned here.
Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Raide. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever.
Isambard wants you to help you identify and apprehend this false priest.
I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim.
Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Raide and me serve like with like by posing as improvised souls need of succor.
I dare hope this will yield the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so as long as you don't mind the smell and the stains.
These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Raide, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at the camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us.
I preach the teachings of Azemia, the warden, how thus come to partake of the honey of her wisdom. as Zemia is the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days.
Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Perhaps you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate.
Huh? And you are? Huh, another refugee by the looks of you. The moral flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself.
And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep you with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Raide. The camp is abuzz with your talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we are unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Raide. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live, no way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nald Thal, and I have come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teaching of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On the account of that atrocious performance, you have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me! But please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Continue. Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amajah raids began. They would appear as suddenly as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amajah in hopes of brokering a deal. In return of sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands. Outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posted a priest to lure in the vulnerable, give them over to the Almanjah. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you're not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! The mutton was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see even a fraction of what the Almajah pay me. You sacrificed innocence so you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ugh, not you again. Were you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that. I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Raide, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Oh, right. Welcome back, Raide. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Almajah know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all this is said and done.